Okay. Oh, this is working, fine. Okay, I work at Klarna in the JavaScript development team. We develop the front end of the checkout. If you have used Klarna, you have used our product. I want to mention that we have a nice code test that you may have seen in our stand. Otherwise, you can go to klarna.github.io Nordic.js and try it. It's really fun. It's really hard. Okay, now to the talk. And here is, okay. Okay, let's say you're starting a web application. You start usually with a series of steps that the product designers agree. Like, for example, there's a very schematic wireframing description. For example, the user registers, the user creates an article, removes, etc. You have this like an abstraction, but you have to turn it into code. So my idea, okay, so you have your first step, register. You can reflect that in a HTTP REST description, like, for example, post to user. This is a standard. Here is the new part, my idea, my suggestion. Why are we making asymmetric responses? For example, let's say I want to inform the front end that there is a new user, but not in just one instance. I have several tabs opened of my application, or I have several, one in my desktop, one in my mobile. And if I give like a 200 response, this is okay, then I don't have any way to forward this to the several clients I am using. Instead, I can use a description of an event. This will look like this. So let's imagine that I actually created an article, post article, and I get a put in return. This put, the server emits, and there are several instances that consume that emission. The server doesn't need to know what persistent you're using, if you're using a logger, if there's another API consumer, because this API is symmetric, so you can get it from like anywhere. And this same event can be consumed in the client in several different parts of the application. So I'm going to be very brave and say that this may answer some of the Tom Dale's questions before. But okay, the idea here is not to use exactly this this description. The idea here is that you have a single event that it's distributed across the whole stack. How would it look like? Okay, here is a REST-ish event description. The idea is that you have a sort of hierarchy here, and you have to describe what's actually going on. This can be seen in Backbone when you get the like set event or get event, like a property set. I don't remember the convention, I will not try it. But you actually get events that are operations. And you don't have a really standardized conventional structure for those operations. So I just suggest you to use REST. Okay, how good the server look like? This is CoffeeScript for shortness sake. And the idea is that the event to subscribe is actually an event itself. You have all of the calls are symmetric. And that's all. All the backend does is to validate that the user, when you're creating a user, is valid and emitting the response. But this is not a response, so this can be captured anywhere in the application. So, okay, I don't have enough time for this. Motivation. Design reflected in real time. This is very important to me because you actually can see the log and understand what's going on in the whole application. Normalized vocabulary, you can construct the ideas together with the product design team and then QA. It's real-time friendly because there is no central state, and my hope is that it might be massively scalable. I know there are some drawbacks, forwarded and remotely, etc. So that's it. Thank you very much.